Hi everyone. So here's the dealio. I am sleep deprived, but I have to do some homework. So I thought, hey, why not just do a stream since I wanted to do one anyways. And I can do my homework alongside you guys. We can listen to some nice chill music. And we can just sit here, chat, have a good time. I'm not playing Call of Dragons right now because, I have to do my homework. But I do have, up in the corner here, yeah, it's up there. I have the overlay for Call of Dragons. So if you guys want to type, let me just add an example. If you want to type this into the chat and download the game, support me that way. The sponsorship is still going. Call of Dragons, I know I know it sounds like I'm saying this just because I'm sponsored, but I'm not. It's genuinely such a fun game. I find myself just loving the game. I find myself absolutely loving that game. And I haven't played it yet today, but I played some yesterday on my own time, and I plan to keep playing it. So in any case, we have our to-do list for today. Our to-do list is to write the 9 influences, which is this document that you see here. I've already gotten started on it, but I need to write more. For my screenwriting class, basically I have to write 5 different influences on my writing. Not 5, I need to write 9 influences on my writing. Whoops. I also have a cup of coffee here, which I probably shouldn't be drinking, since it's already afternoon where I am. But listen, I need some kind of energy to keep me going. In any case. it's its own thing. books, I've done movies, I've done songs, I've done video games. You know, I'm just gonna do one more. I'm not gonna do a song. I'm just gonna do the whole fucking artist.
I know it sounds silly, dear, but do it for me, please.
Have y'all heard some of Pinocchio P's latest songs? Like, holy shit. I'm talking specifically about Non-Breath Oblige, because, oh my god, I fucking love that song. Oh my god. I was delighted to hear that it got into Project Sekai because, oh my gosh, does it deserve it. One of the other songs that I absolutely love from Pinocchio P, I have a whole bunch of their songs on my Vocaloid and on my Vocaloid and Anime Bops playlist that I have public on YouTube. If y'all want to listen to that playlist at any point, like, feel free. I made that playlist for myself, but I made it public because, like, I love that song. I love those songs. I love that playlist, and I want other people to be able to listen to that playlist. Maybe judge my music tastes. Why does it insist that high school as a singular word is incorrect? You know what, fuck it. I'm adding it to the dictionary because I know several people who write high school as one word. Let's see, who's pinging me? Oh, it's just an announcement. It was an announcement from one of the other servers that I'm in on Discord. Discord. What was I trying to type?
That's all right.
Oh yeah, by the way, chat, this movie, Kirin no Suzu, or Kirin's Bell, it genuinely, it made me fucking break down sobbing when I first heard it. Like, oh my god. It was, man, it was absolutely gut-wrenching. I genuinely cried when I first saw the movie, and it was only 45 minutes long, and it made me sob like a baby. But I digress. You know what? I'm just gonna put Studio Ghibli. well. But yes, I am currently being sponsored by Call of Dragons, so let me just hold on. Yeah, if y'all can click that link there, get some of these. Hold on, let me make this bigger. Get some of these stream goals up and up. It would really honestly help me in the long run. But yes, I am currently being sponsored by Call of Dragons, and this game is okay. So forgive me, chat, but I'm gonna read off some of the comments they told me to talk about. But for the first time, a long-term narrative is added to a resource management strategy game to build an immersive fantasy experience. There's a variety of battle modes, unlimited hospital capacity, and there's no battle losses. And this isn't part of the spiel, I genuinely mean this. It's just a lot of fun. There's behemoths in Battlefield. You can tame them and master them with your alliance. And I honestly haven't done that in the game yet, but once I figure out how to, it'll be pretty fun. You can choose suitable active skills for different would do a Twitch face reveal. And maybe less of a face reveal since I've shown my face on other platforms that I have, like YouTube TikTok, but I will be showcasing my outfit and the way I put myself together for the day. So that'll be fun. Let's see, how many days do we have left to complete these goals? Let me look at that real quick. How many days? We have 5 days, just about, to complete this campaign. So, yeah, if we can get even one of these goals up to full, I will do a little outfit reveal, face reveal. So, yeah. Anyways, back to work. Let's see. The second thing on my docket for today is to do some world building for my D&D campaign and do some prep work for that. So, let's see. Alright, let me set up a display capture. You know what, I have a display capture. Why don't I just use it? There's my display capture, there it is. Alright, so I can actually, if y'all want, I can go through some of what I already have, and it can be a fun little thing. You guys can recommend to me different ways in which I could add to the lore. But yeah, for this document, this is just one of the continents in my D&D setting. The planet of Raineyes. I will type that out on this document here so y'all can see it. Raineyes. Heir Genevia Vasilikos, an update. The Princess Heir Genevia Vasilikos Ephialtis of Vasilcia has recently posted to her social media once more, reassuring everyone that she is still alive. There have been discussions about if these posts are legitimate or if perhaps someone else has control over the princess's account. But many are still holding strong onto the belief that the beloved Princess Heir Genevia is alive. This does leave many people wondering why she hasn't returned home if she is still alive. Is she being held hostage? Has she secretly been banished? We are left with many theories and even more questions. The Queen Consort Vashti Vasilikos is still offering Princess Heir Genevia's hand in marriage to whoever brings her home, which is quite lucrative to anyone wanting to improve their status in the world. Then we have another little news story. The search for the traitor. The search for the traitor continues. While there haven't been any major updates, many countries and groups search for an individual with the traitor's brand on their body. Most large events have started checking people's arms, legs, tails, and necks before allowing entry. Occasionally, some groups will search other body parts, but it doesn't seem as if most places will pick up this practice due to how intrusive that can be. Many countries and organizations have offered very lucrative rewards upon the capture of this traitor. As a reminder, this individual is very dangerous. They killed late King Kiont Vasilikos, kidnapped the Princess Heir Genevieve Vasilikos, kidnapped the youngest Vasilikos prince, and murdered many other staff members of the Vasilikos palace when they attempted to burn down said palace. Many skilled adventurers and law enforcement groups have requested that one takes caution should they find this traitor and get help rather than engage. In this one, this one is something that the D&D party has been approached about by this guy. Recently, Lord Draken Naxremis has upped the reward for the return of his songbird. It still has not been stated what this songbird is, though he supposedly will tell a registered adventuring group should they come in person. It is possible that a small group knows who this songbird is already. Some groups have expressed worry that this songbird may be a person, as I should probably scroll back down at some point and put the country's name there, is known for viewing women and children as objects, with Lord Draken Naxremis being particularly strongly opinionated on sticking with tradition. They are also one of the few countries who has not offered a bounty for the Vasilsha traitor, nor do they seem particularly motivated in the search for Princess Heir Genevieve. Those who are interested in completing this bounty should pay Lord Draken Naxremis a visit. The reward is currently 10,000 gold points, or GP. The fight with Acid Clan is another thing. For a while now, Lake Clan and Acid Clan have been warring with each other over territory. Acid Clan's actions have led to devastation along the border that Acid Clan and Petruvia share, leading to damaged plants in Petruvia, which could very easily lead to a famine. This is what led Miss Queenie Bee to join in Lake Clan's fight against Acid Clan. According to Miss Queenie Bee, she can't stand idly by and watches her land and people wither away from their actions. Acid Clan is currently facing a famine themselves, which is allegedly why they started warring with Lake Clan. This has led to a divide amongst people who speak about this. Some folk claim that if famine is what caused the war to break out, it would make more sense for Miss Queenie Bee to give them aid rather than more conflict. Others say that Miss Queenie Bee is not obligated to help out a different country, much less one that has damaged her country's well-being. No matter what could be done, all we can hope is that everything will resolve quickly and relatively peacefully. Then there's the rivalry in Ashoto. Recently, Blackjack Thorn, the owner of the monster hunting company called Kogan Co., has posted a reward for discovering the identity of a local succubus. It does come with a catch, though, and said succubus must be taken down. Not much is known about this succubus. It is known that their residence is in the entertainment district of Cedo City, and that most of her victims have had their memory modified. Her latest victim has been feeble-minded, though, which has been quite the development for the city. This is also the first succubus who has managed to remain uncaptured for such a long amount of time. Normally, Blackjack Thorn has been looking out for the citizens of this country, which begs the question, why hasn't he been able to defeat them himself? The reward for this bounty is currently listed as 100 GP. Back to Vasilsha, which one of my players actually helped me develop. A failing country. As we all know, over 7 years ago, tragedy struck. On that night, the late King Kiont was killed, and the Princess Heir Genevieve Vasilikos Ephialtes was kidnapped, alongside her youngest brother, Prince Deamal. Due to the Princess Heir having been confirmed alive, the younger siblings are unable to take the throne, meaning Queen Consort Vashti Vasilikos is in a rare position of power she would have otherwise not had. In these 7 years, Queen Consort Vashti has changed many laws, rules, regulations, and more in what some may consider to be a regression. In these last 7 years, she has reduced taxes of the wealthy to nearly nothing while increasing the common folks' taxes, removed many employee safety regulations, outlawed many forms of magic, and led the country to some of the worst years in the history of their country. On top of this, she doesn't seem too concerned with the slow descent of their capital or finding her eldest daughter. As the responsibility falls upon whoever the current king or queen is, and the spell is only passed to children, not spouses, there is no one available who is permitted to raise the land. There have been some rumors about Queen Consort Vashti allegedly planning this to secure power herself, but there has been no evidence proving for or against that. And I think I should probably clarify what I mean when I say, that, the land needs to be raised. So, Vasilcia's capital city, it is located on a floating island of sorts, an island floating in the sky. And, I mean, it's kept in the sky by a spell that only the royal family is able to learn and perform. And this spell can't be taught. It has to be passed down to the heir. And if the heir is still alive, as Princess Genevia is, then it can't be passed down to one of her siblings. So basically the capital city is slowly descending to the surface below, and that is not good. And then the last big world news thing is that it's about the slaughtered heir. Disaster has struck one of the settlements of the Scorched Sands. Daemar Stormbringer, a powerful dragon noble, has come out to say that one of her wormlings, Elamir Stormbringer, has been murdered. Daemar has since flown into a rage, offering a great bounty from her hoard to whoever brings the perpetrator of this heinous act to her. Our sources indicate that Daemar wishes for the perpetrator to be brought to her alive, so that she may administer justice on her own terms. More to follow. And now we have a bit of celebrity gossip stories. For example, about Miss Queenie Bee. Queen Lilia Honeybottoms of Petruvia, also known as Miss Queenie Bee by her subjects. Lesbian, bi, or straight. Miss Queenie Bee has gone all 15 years of her reign without taking a spouse. However, sources have noticed her cozying up to the chiefess of Lake Clan. Could these kingdoms be united in the near future? Will Miss Queenie Bee finally settle down and continue the royal lineage? Or is she dooming the kingdom to an heirless future? The next celebrity that's being gossiped about is Callie Iristorm. Local guild leader Callie Iristorm. Can she be trusted? As we are all aware by this point, the young leader of the Moons of Iris possesses the powers of the Eldritch god Cthulhu. 20 years ago, she was involved in a great battle as the Talon of Silvermane, nearly destroying the town. Now that she is an adult, we have to ask, can she keep those powers under control? Is there the potential that they will run rampant again? Upon being asked such questions, Miss Iristorm only had this to say. These powers are my own now. No one can use them to control me again. We are unsure whether or not these comments are malicious or not. Another point of interest comes with rumors of Miss Iristorm's love life. Our sources point to her having a lover, and yet we have not been able to figure out exactly who she is dating. If she were to start a family, would her eldritch magic be passed on to the child? Furthermore, would the child be able to even control those powers? More to come as the story develops. And this next celebrity, Oliver Dorian, is actually one of my players' characters, so they've been helping me write this little gossip chain. Local heartthrob Oliver Dorian has been spotted in the library with his 13-year-old son, Rowan Dorian. Those around him know he's not much of an academic, which leads us to wonder, is he teaching his son, or is his son trying to teach him? If it's the latter, Rowan sure does have a challenge ahead of him. And then another little gossip story. Local heartthrob Oliver Dorian was seen at a local breakfast parlor with a new lady. Is this another one of his flings? How many dates will the two be going on before Oliver breaks yet another heart? Watch out, new girl. Oliver may be a sweetheart, but he doesn't stick around for long. And then there's Fiora Viacellos. It is well known that Fiora Viacellos went missing for the past 6 months. While we are pleased to see her return, her behavior is rather odd considering the circumstances of her disappearance. When asked what had happened to her, Fiora merely said, "I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing happened. I never went missing." More to come as the story unfolds. another one of my player's characters. Principal Palladay, a highly skilled investigator, has recently been spotted speaking with Callie Iristorm. There seems to be a sort of spark between them as they spoke, as Percival was quite friendly towards her, an unusual sight. Perhaps their relationship is growing past the boundaries of the professional world. Serena Nightshade. Serena Nightshade, known for her jazz concerts, has released a new makeup brand of her own creation. However, upon questioning, she has revealed that this makeup brand, known as Palace of Dreams, is only a mimicry of the brand that Serena herself wears. Why does Serena refuse to share the brand that she wears herself? We know that Serena made the brand that she wears for her concert, but the brand she released doesn't have the same quality to it. So the question now becomes, is Serena trying to scam her fans? Caldrid Vasilcia Ephialtes. Prince Caldrid has recently announced an event happening soon dedicated for all the single individuals. He claims his motivations are simply because everyone deserves to be loved. However, anyone who has been keeping up with this prince knows he's a massive flirt and dates around. Nearly every week he's seen with a new lover. We can't help but wonder, is this truly for the public, or is it so he can finally find his one true love? And I like to use the tweet generator to make viral posts for the setting. For example, this one. Chad's the first thing. That little twink, upstart Mika. Does anyone seriously watch that nerd? Couldn't be less of a man if he tried. To which a different celebrity, Haru, it says, he's more of a man than you'll ever be. Hashtag Chad Ziffer is over. Mika, by the way, is another one of my player's characters. That poor boy, him and Oliver both need therapy, and yet they both refuse to go. Another one of the viral tweets is about a quest line that the players will receive once they reach level 8. But currently they are at level 6, so hey, 2 more levels to go. There's also a guild board that I just use to post different quests and little guild posts. My players can post on there too, but it's basically just a little bulletin board that's fun to have and easy for me, so I can keep track of what quests they've completed versus what quests are still on the quest board. And now we move to the countries, and this is going to go a lot quicker. We have Alicia, which is, this is teeny tiny. Alicia, which is that brown mountainous country that I have encircled there. One of my players actually helped me to draw in this map and section it off. I'm the one who drew the original map on a piece of loose leaf paper. But they're the ones who filled it in, sectioned off each of the little areas, made the terrain and stuff. Anyway, with Alicia, it's a mountain-locked nation, rich in minerals but poor in agriculture. Common races are dwarves and humans, dragonborns, dragons. The geography is steep rocky cliffs and tall mountains with a large cave system. The government is a feudal-style monarchy. The religion and culture is ancestor worship and strong family connections. A nation of family pride and history, worship of Durgan is common here. Notable allies are the Elven kingdom of Eldaria and the Orcish nation of Rundra. Notable enemies is the Empire of Zimbria. And fun fact, a kingdom filled with great artisans, great works known throughout the land. The next country, which I'm going to make this bigger so y'all can see, is Ashotho, and the players are currently in that country right now. And important notes is, due to the nature of the government, this place is a hotspot for criminal activity. Common races are humans, Aarakocra, changelings. It's a big melting pot. They've got tritons, tieflings, halflings, and tieflings. And the geography, I just put think Italy or Mediterranean. The government is anarcho-capitalism, which is basically just big corporations and businesses run their own specific areas of the country, but there's no real government. The religion and culture is this country worships the goddess of luck, Decian, and the god of misfortune, whose name has been lost to time. Some areas worship Jekyll, and think Las Vegas in terms of its culture. Very flashy, showy, a lot of casinos, theaters, etc. It's a very big tourist attraction. Notable allies is the city and Oasis, and they don't have any notable enemies. Let's see. The Azure Atoll / the Isles of Oceanus is also something else. The next country. And this is a place I can't wait for the players to finally get to. But important notes is that magic is kind of wonky here. Sometimes spells that are cast here will have their effect transported to a random space somewhere else on the continent. Common races are tritons, selkies, mermaids, turtles, and dragons. The geography is coral reefs and tropical islands. The government, as they are ruled by the gods of the area. Religion and culture, this area is sacred to the 4 royal sea deities, and it's fiercely guarded from outsiders. There are also temples to Nevermore on some of the islands. Notable allies are the Selkie Kingdom, and notable enemies are Pirate Island, which is that little red island off to the east. Fun fact, in the center of this coral reef is where the Daughter of the Sea is said to hatch. Then we have the Quatagron Salt Flats, which is that long orange stretch that's circled there. Important notes, most of the settlements here are along the coast. Common races are tritons, humans, and mermaids. The geography is salt flats and beaches. The government is a series of small self-governed villages. Their religion and culture is that they worship the 4 royal sea deities. Notable allies are the Selkie Kingdom, notable enemies are Pirate Island, and the fun fact is this country is responsible for the majority of the world's salt production. This next country is my absolute favorite because I worked really hard on the lore of this country. Dragon Spine Islands. Important notes, the 2 Gith tribes of Labyrinthia once absolutely despised each other, much like they do in base game. Still working out the exact reasons though, since the Githyanki didn't make a pact with Tiamat in this setting. However, at some point in history, since they lived on the same chain of islands together with their respective bonded dragons, fire dragons for the Githyanki as normal and water dragons for the Githzerai, they realized that through using the combined powers of their respective dragon buddies, they could all profit and make the islands incredibly fertile for both tribes. Common races are Githyanki, Githzerai, and a homebrewed race that I created specifically for this setting, known as First Vocations. The geography is fertile volcanic islands and coral reefs. The government is each of the southern volcanic islands is under communal leadership, with each island having a leader from both Gith tribes for a total of 12 council members. These council members all answer to the Queen of the First Vocation settlement on Dragon's Breath Island, the one with the volcano on it. That one right there, the big one. Who in exchange offers the Gith a symbiotic relationship of protection for all of the people on each island. The religion and culture. The Githyanki in this setting are typically warriors, solving problems / protecting their land through aggression. The Githzerai, on the other hand, are typically storytellers, healers, mages, etc., and are more inclined towards diplomacy. When a Gith is born, they are bonded with a newly hatched dragon of their respective element. Again, fire for Githyanki, water for Githzerai. And the 2 grow up together, helping each other in their endeavors. The first vocations of Dragon's Breath Island are ruled by a queen who takes the primal form of a fiery griffin. Notable allies are the Selkie Kingdom and Azure. Notable enemies are Pirate Island. Fun fact, as for the chain of islands themselves, they're said ancient dragon of fire and water that was felled in battle. The parts that became the island are the tail, the spines that arose from the water, the head, and the dragon's breath weapon. According to legend, the dragon remained in a comatose state, neither dead nor alive. It is said that whenever the volcano on Dragon's Breath Island erupts, it is the throes of the ancient dragon still psychically locked in its long-forgotten battle. And I'm gonna struggle to pronounce this name. I know I am, but Elise. I'm just gonna say that. But this is where Acid Clan lives. I put Acid Clan in parentheses because that's how I refer to them in my head. But important notes, that there's a little green country there. Important notes is that the people who live here are undergoing a famine due to the state of their land, at war with Lake Clan over territory. Common races are Firstifications, colorful contaminants variety. They have ashen gray skin, but their eyes and mouths glow with an eerie array of colors. Geography. The land in this territory is contaminated, leaving the land a barren wasteland. The capital of this country is located within a ruined metropolis. The government is a tribal system. The chief of the tribe will pick a deputy out of their people who will take on the role of chief after the reigning chief dies. The religion and culture is a warlike country with advanced technology. A rite of passage amongst the people who live here is to dive into a massive trash pit located in a hollowed-out parking garage and forage for foods and weapons. The trial goer must stay in the trash pit for 3 days and survive the trash and monsters within. If they emerge with food and weapons after the 3 days are over, they are welcomed into society as a new warrior. If they die in the pit, they are scorned. If they flee from the pit before the 3 days are over, they are exiled from the tribe and forced to wander the world alone. Worship of Decampris is common here. Notable allies are the Empire of Zimbia, and notable enemies are Petrubia and Lake Clan. And fun fact, nobody knows what caused the catastrophe that contaminated this country's land and people. Any land along their borders experiences a runoff of the contamination they suffer from. Next country is Eldaria. It's ruled by a powerful council of elders. The kingdom values tradition and longevity. Common races are mostly elves, dryads, nymphs, fairies, satyrs, eladrin, and genasi. The geography is woodlands and dense forests filled with wildlife and magical energies, foothills, peninsulas, and some islands. The government is there ruled by a council of elders who elect a king from their number every few centuries. Should that king die before the next election, their firstborn child will rule the council in their place until the next election. Religion and culture. Ancestor worship and connection to nature are important parts of Eldarian life. Temples dedicated to Fae Moria are scattered around the country, although there is only one small temple dedicated to Decampris. Hair and hair care is very important to this country, especially among the elves, dryads, and nymphs. Brushing or styling someone else's hair is seen as an intimate action that should only be shared amongst family, lovers, or trusted friends. Having unkempt or messy hair is seen as disrespectful not only of yourself, but also towards tradition and those around you. Certain hairstyles are reserved for specific jobs/roles in society. Beards are a mixed bag depending on how neat or well cared for the beard is. Notable enemies are the nation of Alicia, and notable enemies are the Empire of Zimbia. Speaking of the Empire of Zimbia, we've been talking about them quite a bit. Important notes, there is a lot of organized crime here, including black market. Common races are humans and Tritons. Geography is the empire is spread over a peninsula and a handful of large islands. Government is they're ruled by a series of roar lords under the control of an emperor. Religion and culture is this your land? Not anymore, it's ours now, fuck you. They have a white list of gods that you are allowed to worship in this country. Any god not on the white list is seen as a false god. For example, Amara is not on the white list and thus is seen as a false god. Notable allies are Acid Clans, notable enemies are Eldaria, Alicia, and Contra. Fun fact, the Emperor of Zimbia is a fearsome individual known for their strength, intellect, and relentless pursuit of power. The Palace is a towering structure built atop the highest point on the peninsula, overlooking the vastness of the Empire. It is a symbol of strength and intimidation, and a reminder of the Imperium's power. The Empire is known for its fierce army and ruthless tactics, making it a force to be reckoned with. Zimbia is a powerhouse in terms of trade, conquest, and politics. This next country is the homeland of one of my player characters, Florenia. Important note, this country, while technically located in Petruvia, is not technically part of the material plane nor the Feywilds. In order to even access this country, one must first shrink themselves down. Otherwise, they will simply pass right through it. Common races are pixies, brownies, small insectoids, salamander folk, small bird folk, and the geography is a country of oversized plants where everything is larger than life. Think Pixie Hollow. The government is a constitutional monarchy. Queens are Sakuya and Twyla. Religion and culture is the people of Florenia are kind and compassionate, living in small, close-knit villages and helping out their neighbors. Most people here worship Fae Moira and see her as their patron goddess. Song and dance is important to this country, and every time the 4 moons of Ruinia are full, the palace hosts a massive ball and feast where all of the people of the kingdom come to party for the entirety of the night. Notable allies are Petruvia and Eldaria. Notable enemies are the Empire of Zimbia and Acid Clan. Fun little fact, there's a worm who lives here named Frank. If you are kind to him, he will bake you a pie. This kingdom makes some of the best mead and jams in all of Labyrinthia. The next country is Frame Agril. Important notes, this is one of the first non-guild control countries that the players will see. Common races are humans, half-orcs, centaurs, kobolds, kitsune, tabaxi, aarakocra, and Asimar. The geography is temperate. Think the Celtic knot in terms of geography, lots of grassy foothills and cliffs. The government is a parliament. The religion and culture is this country is typically peaceful as they are fairly isolated from the main continent. The people of Frame Agril tend to be farmers, ranchers, fishermen, sailors, or resort workers. A major temple of Durkan is built along one of the cliff tops overlooking a small town, and many followers of Durkan make pilgrimages to the town in order to visit this temple.
Hi.
Oh, hi! When did you get here?
Just now. Also, Gold is saying in chat that the music's louder than your voice.
Oh, okay, hold on, let me fix it. Display capture off. How are you doing?
Doing just alright.
How was your bike ride?
It was nice.
Very good.
Felt like I had a little more energy, probably because I ate right before it.
Aww. Let's see. Where was I? I'm going through my to-do list for today. I've already finished some of my homework, and now I'm working on world building for the D&D campaign. And right now I'm just going through the lore doc for Labyrinthia and just showing it to chat, reading through it. We're at the countries right now, and we just reached Frame Agril. Fun facts for Frame Agril is this is a well-known resort area as well as a place for pilgrimages. There's a monastery/school here that is looking for Durkan's chosen. The monastery is hidden in order to protect the priests and the students. However, the leader of the monastery, as well as some of her followers and students, are known to make pilgrimages across the land, helping people and doing charity work with anyone she meets.
Hey, it's not showing on stream.
Oh, I forgot to turn the display capture back on. Whoops.
Yeah.
I turned it off so that y'all wouldn't see the Discord. But yeah. Next country on the docket is Glacialis, which is the home of Ice Clan, and let me make this picture a little bit bigger so y'all can actually see where it is. This is the country that looked like fucking Among Us.
Yeah.
I hate that you pointed that out, Chandler. I will never be able to unsee it.
It's there forever.
Common races are first vocations, ice, earth, and air varieties, Eladrin, and the Owlins, the snowy owl varieties. I feel like I should probably fully explain what the first vocations are, because I know I said earlier on in stream that they were a homebrew race that I came up with, but I didn't really explain what they are, but beyond that. So I will explain as best I can. But basically what they are is they are the first natives of this planet, Erwinia. They live in magically hidden settlements all over the continent of Labyrinthia, and they so the thing with the first vocations is they have a crazy long lifespan. I'm talking like they can live for millions of years. B, when they die, unless there's absolutely no way for their body to regenerate, their body will regenerate and they will reincarnate as a new person with... Sometimes they keep their old memories, but most of the times they don't. And I say they only regenerate if there is a way for their body to regenerate. And what I mean by that is, like, say their heart was taken out or they were beheaded, they would not be able to regenerate. But in addition to that, they are able to connect, like, physically, mentally, magically, to a certain element. Like, for example, the elements that the Glacialis first vocations connect to is ice, earth, and air. And they can connect to up to 2 elements at a time in their... Well, they can connect to 2 elements within their lifetime. I think I had a list somewhere, not on this document, but a list of the different elements that a first vocation can connect to. Let me see if I can remember them. Fire, water, ice, earth, air, plants, poison, light, and shadow. And then, yeah, the colorful contaminants are poison and shadow. So, some combinations of elements have their own unique sub-race. Like, again, the colorful contaminants being poison and shadow. But in addition to this, first vocations have 2 forms. They have a humanoid form, and then they have a primal form, which is some form of animal or mythical creature that embodies the elements that they are connected to. For example, a first vocation connected to fire and air, like the Queen of the Dragonspine Islands first vocations, she takes the primal form of a fiery griffin. And with first vocations, they don't settle into their primal form permanently until they come of age. They can still shapeshift into a primal form as children, but that primal form is less stable. it's like a self-defense mechanism. They can transform into something small or fast that can get themselves out of danger quickly. If they try to shift into a more powerful primal form when they're kids, they technically can do it, but they can only do it for like a few minutes at best, and it will leave them absolutely exhausted. So yes, they can do it if absolutely necessary, but it will leave them drained. Because, I mean, these are kids. Anyway, back to the country talk. The geography of Glacialis is snowy mountains, tundras, and glaciers. The government is a tribal system. Unlike Acid Clan and Lake Clan, however, the eldest daughter of the chiefess is the one to become the next chiefess. Religion and culture is they are a solemn, meditative people. They tend to keep to themselves, studying magic and mining. They worship the goddess of winter, who I still need a name for her. I'll show her to y'all later. And local legend amongst the people of this country say that a great benevolent winter spirit lies sleeping inside the glacier where the capital is. The head priestess of the tribe is tasked with guarding a cave that leads into the glacier, awaiting the day that the winter spirit awakens. It is said that the line of chiefesses are descended from the winter spirit. Notable allies are Lake Clan, notable enemies are Acid Clan. And fun fact, this country was created after Acid Clan drove the people of this country out of their original home. The next country is the Orcish Kingdom of Grandra! Yippee! I love Grandra. Important notes are they are proud and strong. The nation is led by a council of warlords who wield the power and respect of their warrior-like species within its borders. Common races...
Oh, this is gonna get good.
Common races are orcs, bugbears, ogres, and goblins. Geography. Grandra is known for their vast grasslands and rolling hills. Some areas experience a runoff from Acid Clan's territory, leading to contaminated land. Government is a council of warlords lead the nation, each representing their own clans and tribes within the nation. Religion and culture. Some areas worship a god known as the Demon Crow. However, in most regions, Durkin is worshipped alongside ancestors. Notable allies are Alicia and Eldaria. Notable enemies are Acid Clan and the Empire of Zimbia. And fun fact, they became really good healers and negotiators. And Hades, over here, put the comment of healers learning how to handle mutations or fixing it. So, yeah, with the colorful contaminants vocations and Acid Clan's land, that contamination, I just want to say, is based off of the Edgar Allan Poe story Colors Out of Space. So I've told you this before, Chandler, but I'm telling chat about it. With Colors Out of Space, if you haven't read it, basically this meteorite crashes down into the Earth and creates mysterious colors unlike any seen on Earth, and it ends up corrupting the land and the people and creating...
You said Edgar, isn't it Lovecraft?
It is Lovecraft. I don't know why I said Edgar Allan Poe. I'm sorry. Listen, look at the title of stream. I'm sleep deprived, okay?
Ah, okay. I'm still gonna make fun of you for it.
Why? Next country is Halstead, which is the northernmost island of Halstead is where the guild is located. The guild of the Moons of Iris, which is the guild that the party of the campaign is a part of. Common races here are fairies, humans, elves, shifters, which is another homebrew race that I came up with in the last leg, when I first started the first leg of this D&D campaign. It's a big melting pot. Shifters they're basically exactly what they sound like. They're shape-shifting people who can turn into a certain kind of animal. There are various subspecies of shifters for different animals. And dragon shifters have a subspecies to the subspecies. The geography is forests, mountains, beaches, riverlands, plains. The government is primarily controlled by the guild. However, there are smaller governments and settlements within the country. The religion and culture, it consists mostly of immigrants from Serentia, which is the original continent of this campaign. Although there are a few native settlements. Notable allies are Frey and McGrill, notable enemies, none. Fun fact, the city in which the guild located is the only big city in this country. This next country was an absolute joke that Scribble actually suggested to me. Do you see that teensy tiny little yellow island that's circled there?
Yeah.
Alright, that island is called Mine, otherwise known as the Isle of Josh. This is a completely joke country. Important notes, nobody lives here except for an old wild man in a hut named Josh. He lives here with an army of 1,000 wolves and 1,000 parrots at his command. Common races, nobody lives here but Josh and his animals, so. Geography is sandy beaches, forests, and one large mountain in the middle of the island. Government, Josh rules this place, mostly because nobody can take his army of animals. Religion and culture, Josh farms and fishes here. The animals obey him because he feeds them. Notable allies, Selkie Kingdom. Notable enemies, it's just one guy with his army of animals. Why would he have enemies? Who's beefing with him? Fun fact is, whenever Josh needs to send a diplomat to another country, he sends a wolf or a bird that he taught how to row a boat. Josh came to be on this island because he shipwrecked here but decided to stay. He has staunchly refused any efforts to take him away from the island. Next country is Muscana. Important notes is they are a country by the sea, heavily affiliated with the Selkie Kingdom. Common races are humans, Tritons, Selkies, and Topaz dragons. Geography, there's beaches, deltas, some ocean/coastlines, plains, and riverlands. The government is a theocracy ruled by the Church of the Sea Mother. Hunting seals specifically is strictly forbidden here. Religion and culture. Several fishermen and farmers make up this kingdom's workforce. Most people here worship the sea deities as well as Tira. Notable allies are the Selkie Kingdom and Vasilcia. They don't have any notable enemies, and I don't have any fun facts for them at the moment. Arcleules. This is where Lord Draken Naxxramas and the Songbird situation originates.
Yeah.
Important notes, one of the lords here is offering a large sum for the return of his quote-unquote songbird. Nobody seems to know exactly what this songbird is. Common races, half-giants, Goliaths, and Dragonborn. Geography, some mountains, cold, snowy desert, snowy wasteland. Government is a patriarchal feudal system. Religion and culture is a patriarchal system that sees women and children as possession/object. In some areas, they worship Nespira. Notable allies are the Shadow Cursed lands. Notable enemies is Ice Clan. Fun fact, man, this place straight up sucks. Patriarchy for the loss. Next country is my personal favorite country because Miss Queenie Bee is there. Petruvia. Important notes, this is Miss Queenie Bee's kingdom! Common races are insectoids, pixies, eladrin, and elves. Geography is foothills, forests, beaches, lakeside, flower fields, and plains. The government is a matriarchal monarchy. Religion and culture, matriarchal monarchy. However, Miss Queenie Bee is much more down to earth than you would expect from a royal. She runs charities, hosts reading time at the palace libraries, brings baked goods and sweets to schools around her country, and is willing to help whenever her people need her. Worship of Fae Moira is common here, as well as respectful worship of Decampris via her association with Fae Moira. Notable allies is Lake Clan and Vasilcia. Notable enemies is Acid Clan and the Empire of Zimbia. Fun fact, Miss Queenie Bee is Princess Air Genevia's godmother. Next country is technically 3 smaller countries. The island of Old. Important notes, this island is locked in a perpetual Cold War. Common races are the Frostborn, the Molten, and the Jungle Folk, all variations of First Vocations. Geography: this island is split up into 3 biomes: a snowy tundra, a fearsome volcanic desert, and a deep jungle. Government: each tribe is ruled by a powerful chieftain who is responsible for the safety and well-being of their people. Religion and culture: the 3 tribes of old have been locked in a perpetual Cold War for centuries. Each tribe jealously guards the unique resources and environment of their own region, and tensions are always high where their borders meet. The tribes frequently battle over resources and territory, but have never escalated into a full-blown war. Notable ally...
That actually sounds very similar to Triangle Strategy now, that we think about it.
Huh. Alright.
Yeah.
Notable allies, none. Notable enemies, each other. Fun fact, each tribe of old has a shard of a magic artifact that controls the biome in their respective regions. Next country is the Obsidian Oasis. Important notes: requires a specific ritual to enter, otherwise your soul will be sundered from your body. Common races are First Vocations, Eladrin, Fire Genasi, and Water Genasi. The geography is a black sand desert with an oasis at the center. In some areas, the sand has turned to glass and obsidian. Government is a matriarchal monarchy. Religion and culture: almost all of the buildings in this kingdom are made out of glass. Tempered glass, I should clarify. This is a kingdom that cherishes magic, song, and dance. Their traditional dances make use of silk veil fans, and sometimes those fans are used to control and conduct the water around them in their dances. They are a passive country, preferring to stay within the safety of their borders. Worship the goddess of the sun, Amara, and the daughter of the sea. Notable allies are the Scorched Sands. Notable enemies are none. Fun fact, the glass of this country is the strongest tempered glass on the continent. There is a cultural dish here that involves taking rum, or any strong drink, and soaking raisins in them, then lighting the dish on fire. Those eating the dish would try to fish out the flaming raisins while singing a little song to each other. Next country is the Scorched Sands, and we're nearing the end of the countries that I have actually planned out, so... Important notes: fast and treacherous, the Scorched Sands is a desolate region that is infamous for its unpredictable climate and dangerous creatures. Common races are humans, Earth Genasi, Air Genasi, Salamander people, which I forgot the official name of them, Dragonborns, Yuan-Ti, and Eladrin. Geography...
Salamander... Fire newt?
No, not just fire newts, but, like, just salamander people in general.
Okay.
Geography: the region is primarily made up of arid deserts and a dry, dusty landscape covered in wind-blown sand and dunes. The government is each oasis or tribe is led by a chief or leader of the people. There is no governing body that rules over the entire region. Religion and culture: connections with nature and the spirits of the desert are an important part of life in the Scorched Sands. Most areas worship Amara. Notable allies are the Obsidian Oasis. Notable enemies: the Scorched Sands is typically not seen as a major global player or threat due to others due to its isolated location and lack of resources. However, certain countries that border the desert may experience clashes and conflicts with tribes living in the region. Fun fact: the Scorched Sands is home to many odd and fascinating plants, animals, and phenomena that have evolved in the harsh conditions. The climate of the desert is often hot and dry, but can shift drastically in just a few hours, leading to severe storms and deadly sandstorms. It is said that there are beings who live in the Great Desert that are older than the sun, living in the shadows and watching the world from afar. Certain tribes of the Scorched Sands claim to have ancient secrets and knowledge passed down through generations. Next country is the Selkie Kingdom, Mercosis.
Yay.
Common races are Selkies, mermaids, tritons, sea elves. Geography is oceans, coral reefs, some islands. Government is the matriarchal monarchy with a theocratic council of priestesses who advise the queen. Religion and culture, dedicated entirely to the royal sea deities and Tira. Though they mostly live in the sea, there are land settlements on islands as well as on the coast bordering Vasilcia and Muscana. The priestesses of this kingdom are tasked with protecting the Temple of the Sea, as well as assisting the goddess Kira in guiding the Sea Daughter's egg to Azure Atoll. Notable allies is Vasilcia, Muscana, Dragonspine Island, Azure Atoll. Notable enemies are the Empire of Zimbia and pirates. Fun fact, a few big exports of this country include seashells, coral, sea silk, and fish. Next is the Shadow Cursed Lands, which I know I have a name for them, but I forgot it, and I have it written down somewhere. I'll put it up there later. Important notes, this area is constantly covered in an almost eternal magical night. And what I mean by that is, it's not like covered in clouds or something, it's like a dome of nighttime. Common races: first vocation, Kenku, dire wolves, vampires, hags, witches, drow, duergar. Geography is mountains, foothills, plains, lakes, forest, underground, and mountainous cave systems. The government is a series of feudal lands ruled by lords and ladies, some less than genuine. Religion and culture: Lunalo and Asta are worshipped here, particularly in prayers for good harvest. Notable allies are Lake Clan and Ice Clan. Notable enemies are Acid Clan. Fun fact, it is said that in certain places there is a heavy presence of dark and twisted magic, which twists and mutates any creature unfortunate enough to reside in the cursed lands. Some areas are known to be haunted by the vengeful spirits of lost souls whose anger and suffering is manifested in frightening hauntings and other supernatural phenomena. This is the land in which the Demon Crow was decapitated and killed. The Demon Crow is also responsible for the magical night shrouding this country.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a mix between Ravenloft and the Shadowlands in Baldur's Gate 3.
Kind of, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a cursed in which you enter there and you're immediately drained and corrupted. It's more just like magical eternal nighttime.
Yeah. But I mean, you just said there were little pockets of something that's cursed.
True, but those are just pockets of the country. That's not the whole country.
Yeah. In any case, I really like this. Yeah.
This next country, Wishion, I think I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Lake Clan. I just call it Lake Clan. This little red strip that I've circled there. Important notes: it worked with Acid Clan in an attempt to defend their territory. Common races are first vocations, water and earth variety, elves, nymphs, dryads, grungs, insectoids, Aarakocra. Geography is fertile valley, forest, lake at the southernmost tip of their territory, and riverbeds. Government is a tribal system. The chief of the tribe will pick a deputy out of their people who will take on the role of chief after the reigning chief dies. Religion and culture. Worship of Fae Moira is common here, as well as worship of Atluishi. They're a peaceful folk and will welcome outsiders who wish to move into the safety of the valley. Their people are typically farmers, fishers, foragers, healers, and mages. However, due to their war with Acid Clan, they have been forced to abandon their peaceful ways and adapt to become warriors in order to defend their home. Notable allies are Petruvia and Ice Clan. Notable enemies are Acid Clan. Fun fact, the current chiefess of this country was once good friends with the chief of Acid Clan back when they were children before the war started. Now, however, they are mortal enemies. Next country is Vasilcia, which Hades helped me to create. Important notes: Vasilcia is currently missing their Princess Heir and the youngest prince. They are offering a reward for anyone who can bring Princess Heir Genevia home. They are also one of the governments who are offering a reward to anyone who can bring in the traitor who kidnapped the two of them, murdered the king, attempted to burn down the palace, and more crimes. Common races are Kalistar, Changelings, Selkies, and Tritons. Geography. The capital of this country is on a floating island held in the sky by a powerful spell. Government is a monarchy. The eldest surviving child inherits the throne whenever the previous ruler dies or is unable to rule. Their spouse holds no actual power in the country, though they usually receive enough respect to have influence in the world. Religion and culture. They mostly worship the god of reincarnation, though it's common for locals to worship the gods of the Selkie kingdom. Worship of the daydream and nightmare gods are strictly forbidden due to their oppression that led the first queen to flee and found Faciltia. Notable allies are the Selkie kingdom and Petruvia. Notable enemies, don't have any. Fun fact, don't have any. I need to put in the information for Vastia. It is rumored that the Cradle of Life lies within this country, as well as the dwelling place of the goddess of creation, Veda. Common races are, nobody knows. Geography is Alice in Wonderland type of geography, always twisting and turning.
Okay.
Government, small settlements in between vast expanses of wilderness. Religion and culture. Guardian cats are common here. Sometimes people from this country speak of a world not known in any records.
Oh, okay.
Notable allies, none. Notable enemies, none. Fun fact, people from Labyrinthia who journey here may experience a twisting and mutilation of their minds, though no one knows why. I know why.
Oh. Oh, what is it, I wonder?
Well, I'm gonna be honest, this country is part of an inter-campaign loan that, Hades and I have. Vastia exists in both of our campaign settings.
Huh, okay.
So, people who are from my setting who go into Vastia, they have their minds warped. People from Hades' campaign setting who've journeyed into Vadia have their bodies warped. And that is because of the creation gods that live in Vastia.
Okay. So it's like a twisted bridge or something between the worlds, huh?
Yep. And it's where the creation gods hang out. Like I said here, it's rumored that the Cradle of Life lies within this country. I also need to put in the information and picture appearance of the creation god into the god section later down. Next country is Daklia. Important notes, I don't have any. Common races are elves, tabaxi, satyrs, Harengon, owlin, goblins, kobolds, first vocations, the Haven tribe. Geography is a heavily forested area, a couple of plains and cave systems, savanna on the edge of the desert. Government is a loose confederacy of city-states. Religion and culture depends on the given city-states. They don't have any notable allies or enemies. And fun fact, the first vocation settlement that lives here lies in a hidden grotto that requires a specific spell to access. And now we have the gods of the world. I do not have these alphabetized like I have the countries. I couldn't be bothered to alphabetize these guys. The first one is Amara, the goddess of the sun. Domains are light, sun, life, war, and victory. Titles are Lady of Light, Mistress of the Battlefield, power level core. Temple locations worldwide for the most part, except in the Empire of Zimbia and the Shadow Cursed Lands. Family is Lunalo, husband, and Falsella, daughter. Personality, loud, boisterous, and confident. Her kindness is warm and gentle, however her wrath is known to incinerate any and all in her path. Associations and favored things, lions, and fire. History is Amara was once captain of a Leonin army who attempted to conquer the sun. However, when the sun god died, leaving the sun to die with him, Amara rebelled against her country in order to fuse with the dying sun, ascending to godhood in the process. She then laid waste to her former country's capital as a warning to any who would dare threaten the sun again. Next is Lunalo. He is the god of the crescent moon, the night, and the harvest. Titles are the Crescent Lord, Amara's Love, Master of the Harvest. Power level is core. Temple locations are the Shadow Cursed Lands and Frame Grill. The family is Amara, his wife, and Falsella, his daughter. Personality is calm and fatherly, but also a bit melancholy. Associations and favorite things are sickles, scythes, mooncakes, illusion magic, and wolves. History, Lunalo is the god of the crescent moon and husband to Amara. It is said that Lunalo was once a mere mortal that Amara fell in love with and saved from a near-death experience. However, since Lunalo's wounds were so severe, Amara gifted him a portion of her light and sent him to the silver moon, Lunalis, in order to heal. There are two gods of the moons. This is Asta, the goddess of the full moon. Her domains are stars, the moon, and forests. Her titles are Star Maiden and Lady of the Night. Power level major. Temple locations, the Shadow Cursed Lands and Eldaria. Personality, playful and gentle. Associations and favorite things are moss, moon lanterns, and moonstones. Her history is Asta, goddess of the full moon, was the original goddess of the moon before Lunalo. However, once Lunalo was brought before Asta by Amara, she granted Lunalo partial power over her domain and took to the stars. The next god is Evermore, the god of time. His domains are time. His titles are Father Time and Lord of the Seconds. Power level is core. He doesn't have any temple locations yet because I couldn't think of any. His family is Nevermore, his cousin. Personality, he constantly switches between being an old man, a teenager, a child, and a young adult. He is incredibly serious about his job and sometimes acts high and mighty. His personality changes with what age he is presenting as. Associations and favorite things is clocks and rams. The next god is Nevermore, goddess of space. And I don't mean space as in outer space, I mean as in space between things. Like, you know, time and space. Mm-hmm. Domains are space and wild magic. Her titles is Lady of Dimensions. Her power level is core. Her temple locations are in Azure Atoll. Her family is Nevermore, her cousin. Her personality is carefree and kind. She doesn't take her job too seriously, much to her cousin Evermore's chagrin. Associations and favorite things are stained glass and mosaics. Next is my girl. My girl, Zeshian. who has 2 forms, one of which I commissioned from one of my friends, Texturita Cypress, for those of you who have seen them in some of my streams before. Zeshian, the goddess of luck. Currently in the campaign, the party is on a mission to save her from where she has been entrapped in some sort of plane that is unknown to any of the other gods. And because Zeshian is currently trapped, my players have had, for the past, how many sessions? I don't know. It's been a while.
I don't know.
It's been a while. But for the past handful of sessions, they've had a -2 to all ability checks. Not saving throws, not attack rolls, none of that. Just ability checks. But this is the form she takes normally. And this is her enraged form. Her domains are luck, money, and fortune. Her titles are Lady of Luck, Monarch of Money. Power level is minor. Temporal locations are worldwide. Family, none. Personality, carefree and kind. She can be petty. Associations and favorite things are monarch, butterflies, playing cards, and clovers. History, she was once best friends with the god of misfortune, whose name has been lost to time. And I should probably clarify, not Jekyll, the old god of misfortune. There was once a period in which she was enraged, presumably because one of her favored people had been hurt. This period was followed by a long era of depression for the goddess, in which almost no one received her blessings. The next god I don't have an appearance for. The old god of misfortune, whose name has been lost to time. His domains were misfortune and trickery. Titles are the Felled God, the Lord Unfortunate, the Missing God. Power level was minor. Temple locations in Ashoto. Family, none. Personality, former best friend of Zeshian, goddess of luck. Was known for being mischievous and petty. Association and favorite things, crows, ravens, black cats, a single copper piece. History, this god disappeared from the pantheon eons ago. Nobody knows exactly what happened, but it is said he drew the ire and wrath of Atluishi, goddess of reincarnation, by meddling in her affairs.
Hey, Tony's watching In Space with Markiplier for the first time.
Oh my god! Fuck yeah! Gotta love In Space with Markiplier. I wonder what ending they're gonna get first.
They got the smothered by the pillow ending first.
Oh, that was their part 1 ending.
Yeah.
I wonder how they'll react knowing that that's not the end of things.
Yeah, they're reacting to that right now. He said, bruh, I'm back in the fucking ship, and I said, not coming home to Martha tonight, huh? I can finally leave! Martha, I'm coming home, sweetie! I'm back in the fucking building again! Yeah! I love that TikTok made that sound together, because it wasn't together in the original real-time fan dub. It was legitimately just, it happened hours later. Yeah. And this goddess... It's a good edit. Yeah, it's a good edit. This goddess is one of Oliver's gods. The goddess of reincarnation, Atluishi. The goddess of reincarnation and life. Her titles are the Empress of Rebirth. Power level is core. Temple locations are Fasilsha, most first vocation settlements. Her family is Shokshis, her brother, Nemesis, her daughter, and Asore, her son. Her personality is she is spiteful towards Shoksish, but typically seen as caring and motherly. However, should anyone draw her ire, her wrath will rain down upon them in a fate worse than death. Have fun, Lamau. Associations and favorite things are snakes, hospitals, matkas, and winged scepters. Her history is she is the twin sister to the god of death, Shoksish. She constantly attempts to steal souls she deems interesting from her brother for the sake of reincarnating them. She fiercely protects the souls of the first vocations,
snatching most of them up before they can even reach Shuxish. Once, eons ago, the former god of misfortune meddled with her work, leading her to her casting out the god of misfortune and creating the twin gods Nemesis and Osore. The next god is...
If I may ask, chat real quick, where would you rather be, Infinite IKEA or the back rooms?
With the Infinite IKEA, I personally have to say that it's safe during the daytime. So as long as you are able to get a good hiding place when nighttime comes and, you know, barricade yourself somewhere, you'll be safe. Plus, it's an infinite IKEA, which means infinite food.
Infinite meatballs.
Infinite meatballs. Infinite Swedish meatballs. You know what?
Yeah, these meatballs are delicious. You were supposed to leave 2 hours ago, sir.
You know, I'm going to actually run a poll. Give me a second to turn off the display capture real quick. I'll turn it right back on once I have the poll up. But... Alright. And now let me turn the display capture back on. Here we go. So this is Shuxish. He is the god of death and trickery, though mostly the god of death. He only has a slight bit of power when it comes to trickery. His titles are the Emperor of Death. His power level is Core. Temple locations, he doesn't really have any that I know of at the moment. His family is Atluishi's sister. His personality is he is spiteful towards his sister, Atluishi. Cold, cruel, and power-hungry. His associations and favorite things are snakes, ram skulls, and goats. Don't have anything for his history as of right now. Next god is one of the 4 Masters of the Yards, which I will admit is inspired by Evilius Chronicles by Mothi. This one is Iluku, Master of the Courtyard. Domains are Justice, the Court, and Judgment of Souls. Her power level is Master. She doesn't really have a temple location. Her family is her quote-unquote father, adopted father, which he isn't a god himself, and no one really knows who he used to be, but he does exist. Or did at one point. Personality, she is ruthless in her verdicts, and yet she always seems to be trying to make the most just decision. Will sometimes help Atluishi steal souls from Shuxish for reincarnation. Her associations and favorite things are the double pan-balance scale, or the scales of justice. History, when Iluku ascended to godhood, she lost her human heart. Therefore, she is constantly asking her father whether or not her verdicts are just or not, because she no longer understands the workings of the human heart. She is one of the only masters of the Yard who wishes to truly understand humanity in order to make more just decisions when she judges souls. The next god is Natholsis, the Hellish Master. Domains are Death, Hell, and the Afterlife. Titles, Master of the Hellish Yard. Power level, Master. Doesn't have anything for temple locations, family, or personality quite yet, or associations and favorite things. Her history is she holds the key to hell, and often hides among mortals in order to keep the keys of the Hellish Yard away from those who would open the gates of hell and unleash the hellish end of the world. She is the only master that doesn't want her ending to come to pass. Yet. The next god is Naspira, Master of the Graveyard. Her domains are graveyard, death, and afterlife. Her titles are the Master of the Graveyard and the Grim Reaper. Her power level is Master. Temple locations, I did say she was worshipped in Grantra, so I'll just put that in there. Family, she doesn't have any. Personality, she's kind of hollow and numb. Cold. Her associations and favorite things are scythes, skulls, and graveyards. History is Nespira, the former master of the graveyard. Having been deposed from her position, she now aimlessly wanders Irwinia, typically lurking in cemeteries, ancient burial grounds, ruins, or sites of great calamities. Since she was dethroned from her role relatively recently, and by relatively recently, I don't mean within the past couple of weeks or months or years. I mean, like, it's been 20 years, and that's relatively recent for an ancient god. But since she was dethroned from her role relatively recently, she has not received a new domain to reign over, and thus is unable to use the full extent of her power. The next god is Revatier. I don't remember how I pronounce his name, but he is the master of the Heavenly Yard, and look at this shiny boy.
Yo.
His domain.
I'm gonna go blind. That's what I see. That's what I see in the back roads at night.
That's what you see when those LED trucks flash you with their headlights.
Yeah.
Domains are light, devotion, and heaven. Titles: he is the master of the Heavenly Yard. Power level: master. Temple locations and family: I don't have anything yet. Personality: he is a kind and gentle soul, watching over the world with great curiosity and compassion. It is his belief that all souls can be redeemed and that no one soul is deserving of eternal punishment. He constantly tries to see the good in mortals, and occasionally disguises himself as an elf in order to interact with them. His association and favorite things in history: I don't have anything quite yet. Next god on the docket is Nemesis, one of Atoishi's children. The goddess of revenge. Her domain is vengeance. Her titles is the Lady of Vengeance. Power level: minor. Temple locations, I know a place where she has a temple location, but I don't know the name of it yet, so I don't have anything there yet. Family is Osore, her twin brother, and Atoishi, her mother. Her personality is cold and calculating. Her fury knows no bounds. Associations and favorite things: frozen food like ice cream, and I did that because revenge is a dish best served cold.
Of course.
History: it is said that those who swear an oath of vengeance receive a fraction of Nemesis's power, and that the aura of Nemesis will weigh down on those for whom revenge is sought against like a dark, heavy cloud of dread. Was created as a byproduct of Atoishi's wrath. The next goddess is Falsella. She's a fennec fox, I love her. And she's the daughter of Lunalo and Amara. Domains are fun, chaos, wild magic, and the dawn. Her titles is the Mistress of Parties. Her power level is minor. For temple locations, I'm just gonna put to worldwide. But particularly in Ashoso. Her family is Lunalo, her dad, and Amara, her mom. Her personality: she is a very outgoing and peppy, very much a party girl. Think Beelzebub from Hell of a Boss.
Nice.
Her association and favorite things are ocarinas, matkas, and drums. This next goddess, I love her design. This is Alicia. I fucking love how I designed her. Like, just look at her.
Yo.
Her domains are magic and music. Her title is the Mistress of Miracles, power level core. Temple locations are the Obsidian Oasis, Housestead, and the Shadow Cursed Lands. Family, none. Personality, gentle and loving. Very wise. Associations and favorite things are music. History is Alicia was once immortal back when the world had no magic. Then, one day, she began to sing a song that brought magic into the world and ascended to godhood. The next god is Stevie's personal favorite, Durkin.
Nice.
The god of revelry, drinking, alcohol, and mining. Durkin is also the god that Mari's church worships. His title is the Lord of Ales. His power level is minor. Temple locations, frame a grill. Family, none. Personality, warm and hearty, loves a good laugh. Good friends with Falstella. Associations and favorite things, beer, mead, and I'm just gonna put, he has a specific kind of ale named after him.
Yeah, Durkin's Delight.
Yep.
A favorite of my character.
Yeah. I still haven't decided exactly what kind of ale Durkin's Delight is, but I'm thinking an elderflower stout.
Okay, nice. What's that?
I would have to ask my brother Alex. He's the one, him and my dad are the ones who brew beer. I only know the terminology. I do not know what it means. I don't like beer.
Yeah, neither do I.
Next goddess is Decampress, goddess of decay. Her domains are decay, sickness, and plague. Her titles is the Queen of Rot, power level major, temple locations, Acid Clan, family, Femoira, her wife, personality, subdued, quiet, however, if you invoke her wrath, she is merciless. Associations and favored things are vultures. History, Decampress was once a goddess of nature, much like her wife, Femoira. However, due to a great catastrophe, the same that contaminated Acid Clan's territory and people, she became corrupted. Now, anywhere where Decampress wanders experiences a state of rot and decay. She has a small forest dedicated to her and her wife, where they meet yearly and partake in a dance at arm's length with each other. And the next goddess, I drew her myself. I drew her with the mouse and keyboard, and my drawing is absolutely terrible, so I apologize in advance. But this is Femoira.
Mm-hmm.
Her domains are life, nature.
Mommy?
Her domains are life, nature, and oaths of ancients. Her titles are Tree Mother. Her power level is major. Her temple locations are Lake Clan, Frame Agril, and Eldaria. I gotta say, even though I'm not particularly proud of how the drawing itself turned out, I do love her design.
Yeah.
Her family is Decampress, her wife. Her personality is serene and graceful. She is as kind and as ferocious as nature itself. Association and favorite things, wild berries, mushrooms, moss, and deer. History, she has a small forest dedicated to her and her wife, where they meet yearly and partake in a dance at arm's length with each other. And the reason they dance at within arm's length of each other is because they can't touch each other anymore. If Femoira touches Decampress, Decampress dissolves. If Decampress touches Femoira, Femoira rots. They're wives, but they cannot touch. They have a tragic love, Your Honor. The next god is Osore, at Luigi's other kid, the god of fear. His domains are fear, destruction, and oathbreakers. His titles, is Dread Osore. Power level is minor. Temple locations are the Shadow Cursed Lands. Family is Nemesis, his twin sister, and Atsuichi, his mother. His personality is cold, cruel, and calculating. His associations and favorite things is skulls. In history, he was born out of Atsuichi's terror of her work being destroyed. And the next one is my boy! My beautiful baby boy, Jekyll! Jekyll, the god of trickery! I love this little scrunkly, sad, wet cat of a man. And I mean wet cat literally. He is literally a cat. And he will transform into a black cat and get the zoomies. I love him. He is my son, Your Honor. He is my son. His domain is trickery, mischief, and temporarily misfortune. His title is the Mad Jester. Power level, minor. Temple locations, I should probably put that he has temples worldwide, but the main one is in Kyoto. Family is none, but he was best friends with the old god of misfortune, and is best friends, though distant now, with Zeshian. His personality is mischievous and playful, a little insane. Often transforms into a cat and gets the zoomies.
Yeah, of course.
Associations and favorite things, he loves bells. He seems to love crows, but will cry when they are near. His history is he took up the mantle as the god of trickery when the original god of trickery / misfortune was felled. The next goddess is Lorelei, the goddess of peace. I don't have a whole lot of information about her, but this is Lorelei, goddess of peace. The next one is the god of daydreams, who Hades / Tony helped me to make, and Tony actually designed them. They're the god of daydreams, dreams, and trickery. Your personality is whimful, cheerful, and chaotic. The next one Tony also helped me to make is the goddess of nightmares. Nightmares, dreams, fear, and trickery. Her personality is serious and antisocial, cold, and calculating. The next god you know very well, since it was revealed that it used to be Mika.
Yeah?
Diablo Priakan, the demon crow. Appearance looks like a pale, thin man with pitch black wings, wickedly sharp talons, crow's feet, and the tail of a demon. His face is always obscured in depictions of him. And this is not my art. No way could I draw this. This is Lauren's art. His domains are death, misfortune, trickery. His titles are the Demon Crow. His power level is Demon. Temple locations, select cities in Grantra and the Shadow Cursed Lands. Family, none that anyone is aware of. Personality, cold, cruel, and calculating. Merciless. Kills people due to them not appreciating the gift of life. Only ever smiled if he was excited about killing. Associations and favorite things: crows, ravens, and skulls. History: this god is one that appeared suddenly eons ago. It is the god that caused the shadow curse and often struck during the night. However, this god was decapitated and killed by a First Vocation settlement living within the mountains of the Shadow Cursed Lands. And I gotta ask you once more, how the fuck did Mika come back from that? He got his head chopped off, and yet he is still, somehow, alive. They confirmed him to be dead when he got his head chopped off. How the fuck did Mika come back?
Beats me, buddy.
And with his memories intact, too. That is not common. The next god is one of the gods from Serentia, the Golden Diva. Her domains is Kitsune, healing, deserts, theater, and knowledge. Her titles is the matron of kitsunes. Her power level is major. Temple locations are anywhere where kitsune are common. Her family is the celestial fox, her lover. Personality, wise, gentle, loves a good story. Associations and favorite things, I'm just gonna say gold.
Gold.
School.
Money.
Gold. Schools.
Money.
Hot springs. Oh, hold up, I'm being called. Give me just a second. Hey, Kimber, I'm live right now. Can I call you back?
Sure.
Okay.
Bye.
I love you. Bye.
Love you too. Bye.
Sorry, that was my aunt. Gold, schools, hot springs, and theater. Her history is she gave the Kitsune people the golden springs of Serentia, a place where the water can cure any ailment or injury save for death. Once, one of her favorite followers was tasked with building a grand library in her honor. However, upon completion of the library's tower, he fell from the roof in an attempt to be closer to his goddess. Taking pity on him, she turned him into a comet that now circles the golden moon for 7 days every year. Lives in a palace on the golden moon. Awaits to Sauron. The goddess of winter, whose name is to be determined. I still need a name for her. Her domains are winter, snow, and ice. Titles: Ice Queen, Winter's Soul, Maiden of Snow. Power level: major. Temple locations: Glacialis. Family is the Great Winter Spirit, her daughter. Primula, her sister. God of Creation. I should change that to mother since I decided that the God of Creation would be a woman. Personality: serene and motherly. Some claim that her kind nature is a trap to lure people into the mountains to freeze to death. However, her worshippers vehemently oppose that viewpoint and revere her as a guide towards safety in blizzard. Associations and favorite things: snowy owls, snowflakes, adamantine, fur cloaks. Her history is she emerged when the god of creation imagined winter for the first time. However, this caused an eternal winter to descend upon the world until spring was imagined. Next, we have Primula. I did not draw this, by the way. This was something I just made on Doll Divine. Her domain is spring. Her titles is the Spring Maiden. Power level is major. Temple locations is Eldaria and Lake Clan. Family is the God of Creation. I'm gonna change that to Mother. And the Goddess of Winter, her sister. Personality is bubbly and cheerful. Associations and favored things is lilies, primulas, and bunnies. Her history: she was imagined into existence by the God of Creation in order to bring an end to the eternal winter that had descended upon the world due to the creation of the Goddess of Winter. Next god is the Great Winter Spirit. Her domain is blizzard, snow, frost, and the hearth. Titled: the Great Winter Spirit. Power level: minor. Temple locations: Glacialis. Goddess of Winter is her family. I don't know why that said motherly when it should have been mother. Personality is benevolent towards her worshippers. However, should anyone slight her, she will become cold and cruel. Associations and favorite things are snowflakes and hot chocolate. Her history: she was created as an offshoot of the Goddess of Winter in order to protect Glacialis. After a long battle against an unknown entity, she retreated inside a glacier to heal. It is said that she will re-emerge from the glacier in Glacialis' greatest time of need. The next goddess is one of Oliver's other goddess, the Mother of the Sea. Her appearance, it changes from queen to queen, but this is what the current queen looks like. This is another Doll Divine thing that I made. And you can
Nice.
tell by the Doll Divine logo down there. Her domains is Tempest, Hurricane, the Sea, and Sailing. Her titles are Mother of the Sea and Queen of the Sea. Her power level is Major. Her temple locations are the Selkie Kingdom and Azure Atoll / Isles of Oceanus. Her family is the Daughter of the Sea, her daughter. And personality, it varies from queen to queen. The current queen is calm and serene. Associations and favorite things: jellyfish, anchors, seals, sharks, lionfish, and whales. Her history: the Mother of the Sea comes from a long line of royal sea goddesses and rules the sea in a partnership with the King of the Sea, not married. The King of the Sea and the Queen of the Sea are not married. Once the current queen's reign of 1,000 years ends, she turns into sea foam and makes way for the Daughter of the Sea to take her place, and thus the cycle continues. Only has one egg every 1,000 years, and I should probably add there are 2 royal lines that alternate between generations as to who the Queen of the Sea is and who the princess / daughter of the sea is. The next goddess, her name was misspelled, but her name is Tira, and I made her design over on Picrew. This isn't her true form, but this is her humanoid form that she takes so that feeble mortal minds can comprehend her.
Yeah.
Her domains is the Abyss, Great Old One, Warlocks, and the Deep Sea. Her titles are the Goddess of the Deep Sea and the Deep Sea Witch. Power level is Major. Temple locations is the Deep Sea Vortex, which is an ongoing whirlpool that reaches all the way down to the bottom of the sea in what am I trying to say? In the Selkie Kingdom. Family, none. Personality, she is mysterious, somber, and vague. Looking too long into her eyes can drive people insane. Associations and favorite things: pearls, sea silk, and sea slugs. History: Tira works closely with the royal sea deities in order to both guide the Daughter of the Sea's egg up out of the deep sea vortex to where it will hatch, as well as watching over the princes of the sea and choosing the next king of the sea from among them. The next god is the Father of the Sea. His appearance, it changes from king to king, but this here is what the current king looks like. He has the lower half of an octopus. This is another Picrew. Domains: sea creatures, the tides, beaches, the sea, and sailing. Titles: Father of the Sea / King of the Sea. Power level is Major. Temple locations is the Selkie Kingdom and Azure Atoll / the Isles of Oceanus. Family is the Son of the Sea, of which the Sons of the Sea, of which there are multiple Sons of the Sea at any given time. Personality: typically calm, level-headed, gentle, and diplomatic. The current king is also playful and slightly mischievous. Associations and favored things: seashells, clownfish, dolphins, seals, coral. History: the Father of the Sea comes from a long line of royal sea gods and rules the sea in a partnership with the Mother of the Sea, not married. Once the current king's reign of 1,000 years ends, he turns into sea foam and makes his way for the chosen Son of the Sea to take his place, and thus the cycle continues. Any daughters of the King of the Sea are presented with a choice as to what they want to do with their lives: marry into other kingdoms' families, become a nymph serving under Tira, or become acolytes of the Temple of the Sea. Next goddess, I have her name here, Somnambula, but I don't have anything about her. all I know is that she is the goddess of sleep.
Huh.
So, alright, hold on. Let me copy the template so I can copy it down here. Alright. So, that's the whole lore doc. There's still more that I've got to do. But that's the lore doc. So now I can actually start working on doing the world building that I said I was going to do at the start of this task.
Yeah.
Alright. What's good?
Let's call it a co-working session.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. Now, this is how I designed the goddess of creation, Vida. She is a mishmash of all sorts of different stuff. She has so many different kinds of tails from so many different kinds of animals. She even has like a wasp's tail and a stinger. She has a feathered wing, a dragon wing. She has horns. She has 6 arms. But yeah, Vida, she is absolutely my favorite deity that I've designed, just because of how chaotic she is. I might actually... Oh, by the way, I am not sponsored by Hero Forge. Because I can't draw, I like to use Hero Forge to create, my different, characters and D&D.
Yeah, same here.
NPCs.
Yeah, Hero Forge is just really good.
Yeah.
I think all of us use it.
Yeah. Do you think her colors are good as is, or should I change them?
I think they're pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, let me just... Her personality is bubbly, cheerful, naturally curious, and creative. Associations and favored things. Pick anything and she will like it. Her history... Nobody knows where Vida comes from. But all that is known is that she imagined this version of the material plane. Whenever she imagines a new thing, person or place, it comes into existence almost immediately. People say that this is how new souls are created. She cannot unimagine something once she has imagined it. I wonder if I have the Hero Forge saved from Somnambula. Or if I even made a Hero Forge. I did! Here she is! Well, okay.
What town is this?
I guess that's Somnambula.
Suddenly. About 60 miles.
Associations and favorite things. Rabbits. Gothic cathedrals. Stars. History, What do you think her history should be?
Me?
What do you think Somnambula's history should be?
Good question.
I mean, her children are the god of dreams and the god of nightmares, who are both kind of, a little insane and a little fucked up. But her personality is quiet and reserved, but she's motherly. So...
Okay. Like a good motherly?
Yeah, that's what the definition of motherly is. A mother who doesn't act motherly or isn't a good mother is not motherly.
So then how come her children are a little insane then?
We can add that to her history. Despite being a kind-hearted goddess, she is greatly feared throughout the world and the pantheon, or the sheer amount of power she possesses. Her children, the god of dreams and the god of nightmares, reflect her barely concealed menacing aura.
Okay.
It is said that all monsters stem from parts of herself that she has cut out. So, in other words, in an attempt to become a kinder, better person and goddess, and to make people stop fearing her for her power, she cuts out bits of her power and herself that people are afraid of, and those become monsters.
Okay.
I like that. I like that idea.
Yeah. Yeah, let's run with that.
All right. Let's see. I want to talk about some stuff that I'm probably not going to put onto the lore doc because there's no space for it. But okay, hold on. Let me turn off the display capture. Take a deep breath. I spilled the last few drops of my coffee as I tried to chug it. Blah. I don't know why I'm still sipping on this coffee. It's gone now, and it's almost 5 o'clock. I should not be drinking coffee. Let me turn off this music here. And, you know, I'm gonna pull up some Stardew Valley while we chat, so that way, everyone in chat has something to do.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So I ended the poll that I did a while ago. Which would you rather be, in Infinite IKEA or the back room? The winner, at 100%, blowing the back rooms out of the water, was Infinite IKEA.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. It may be a dangerous SCP, but in the daytime, the entities are kind to you. They help you out. It's safe. So long as you can find a place to hide or barricade yourself, you'll be safe at night.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't ever leave. Meanwhile, the back rooms it has more unsafe areas than it does safe. And there's no guarantee that you'll be able to even make it to the safe areas or get out.
Yep.
Wait. No, I don't want to do the big screen mode. Go away. I don't want to be in big screen mode. Go away. Leave me be. How do I, Chandler, help.
Okay, big picture mode.
Yeah, it won't let me, I don't know how to leave it. I don't know how to leave it, and I don't like it.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Settings. Display. I don't want to be in big picture mode.
Okay, go back to like the main page and find the power button next to settings.
Exit big picture mode. There we go. Ugh. Stardew Valley modded. Stardew Valley modded. Good God, I am just... Ugh, I'm exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
Honk.
Bonk. How do I...
Alright, let's see. I've got 2 hearts with a star in so far. And it's Saturday the 13th. So I should be able to get 4 hearts with him in time for the flower dance, so long as I just keep on giving him wine.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Cat. I forgot what I named you. What did I name you? Bongus, of course. I could have sworn I uninstalled the farm cave mod. Could have sworn I did that. Get out of the way so I can pet the rabbit. Oh wait, is today a festival day? Is that why the thing looks like confetti?
I'm gonna go. Alright, excuse me, I gotta go real quick.
Okay.
Be right back.
Yeah, it is a festival. It's the egg festival. Clint, look right in front of you. I swear to God. I keep sighing, but like... Eepy. I just realized that I haven't eaten a damn thing all day. Ugh, man, maybe that's why I'm so drained. Alright, I'm gonna grab myself a snack and be right back. Alright, I'm back.
I'm back.
Hello, I'm in the middle of the egg hunt. Come on, pick it up. Vincent always gets stuck in that one spot. Go, 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 go. No, I missed it. Yay, I win. I win, I win, I win. Alright, how long have I been streaming? Because it feels like it's been a while, and I'm starting to get a little burnt out.
Let's say about 3 hours.
Okay, yeah. I am gonna call it a day for today's stream. Whew. Thank you everybody so much for watching. And don't forget, we still have 5 days to get these Call of Dragons sponsorship goals done. If we get the more sponsorship goals we complete, the more it'll support the channel, the more it'll support me. So I'm just gonna put the command for the link in chat one last time. And thank you everybody so much for watching, and I will see you guys some other time. Goodbye.
Take care.